What is up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advanced Sports Talk. All right, so last night was Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, or Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I don't want to offend nobody. Oh man, so last night was Mike Tyson's much anticipated return to the ring after what was it, 3, 4 years? 4 years ago? Whenever I did that video, whenever it was that he fought um, Roy Jones Jr. So who was in attendance? He was actually doing the broadcast commentary, along with Rosie Perez, who looks fine, still fine at 60 years old. But anyway, that's neither. All right, so of course there was disappointment, a lot of disappointment because uh, everybody wanted Iron Mike Tyson to give Jake Paul exactly what he had coming to him, which is a punch in the mouth. However, what we wanted to happen versus reality didn't happen. So I'm going to talk about the rest of the card. We're going to talk about the main event first because that's what y'all here for, to be honest with you. All right, so Jake Paul defeats Mike Tyson by unanimous decision. If you would have told me 10 to 15 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, that, hold on, when was YouTube? No, if you had told me maybe 15 years ago that Mike Tyson would lose by unanimous decision to a YouTuber, I'd have probably slapped you. I'd have probably been slapped if I said that. But no, that happened. That happened. So Jake Paul. Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson. So they said that this would have probably been like a win-win. Or no, it would have been a win-lose or lose-lose situation for Jake Paul, because it's like they said, yeah, if you win, yeah, you beat Mike Tyson, but you beat a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. You didn't beat a Mike Tyson in his prime. And they said, and if you lose, then not only did you lose to Mike Tyson, but you lost to Mike Tyson when he's not in his prime. So there was that. But as the fight went on, so basically Mike's only chance of winning the fight was to knock Jake Paul out in the first 2 rounds, or within the first 2 rounds. So that didn't happen. Once it went past round 3, the chances of Mike Tyson knocking Jake Paul out became less and less and less. And yeah, so there was a lot of questions. People was wondering what happened, or it was like Mike didn't look like himself. His reflexes weren't there. Weren't quite what they used to be. What happened? And I can tell you, as a not so professional sports cover person, a commentator or reviewer or whatever, the answers to most of your questions is that he's 58 years old. So with the results of the fight being what it is, everybody is saying that, well, it's sad, or this fight should have never happened, or this, that, and other. No. First of all, Mike accepted the fight. Secondly, we can't act like that 90% of the bets that was going through Vegas was in favor of Mike Tyson winning this fight. Including me. But hey, 1,400, plus 1,400 odds, that $10 bet turns into a lot. Hey, worst case scenario, I lost $10, and yeah, I lost $10. So, but listen, yeah, like as as the fight went on, like it's Mike started getting slower and slower and slower, and yeah, the fact of the matter is that yeah, he's older. He's older now. He's older than he was 4 years ago when he fought Roy Jones, and then even then, it's like he's in the ring with another, with another fighter that's about his age. So it balances out. Now in that fight, Mike looked good. He outworked Roy, but that was once again a fighter around his same age. And the one thing I will say about Jake Paul, actually, there's two things I'll say about Jake Paul. In the fight, leading up to the fight, he's annoying as a motherfucker. It, Jake Paul selling the fight or promoting the fight makes you want to fight him personally. But after the fight, outside of the fight, swell guy, class act. So, of course, he noticed how the fight was going on, and per his post fight remarks, like he knew that Tyson was getting slower, and out of respect, he didn't come at him hard to where he couldn't have. He just let Mike go the distance. He carried Mike the distance. So it's good to know that he's got respect for him in that aspect. And he got Mike the $20 million payday. And speaking of which, listen, there was a lot of people that was mad about that, about the fact that I'm about to say Michael Jackson, that Mike Tyson got paid $20 million to do only 16 minutes worth of work. Listen, if you know the toll that boxing takes on the body, every cent of that $20 million is worth it. And the other thing that I can definitely say about Jake Paul is that he pays his fighters. I mean, you see the when he fought after he fought oh my god, what was that dude's name? Tyron Woodley. How did I forget that? Yeah, Guillotine. All right, anyway, no, after he fought Tyron Woodley said that across those two fights, that was his biggest payday of his entire fighting career. And he was a champion in the UFC. Man, so I don't care nothing about that. Mike Tyson at one point was getting paid to work out in the lobby of a casino. They set up a boxing ring or whatever the case, and he was just in there just doing drills. So like, yeah. So hold up. Was it a casino or was it a gym that was attached to the casino or something? I just know that people came to watch him work out, and a lot of people were saying like, well, Mike shouldn't box anymore. He shouldn't have accepted this fight. Well, first of all, the reason why this fight happened is because it was supposed to happen last year. And so yeah, of course they're gonna come back and try to make that, try to fulfill that contract, or that fulfill that promise, because that commitment. There we go, that commitment. Because one, there was a lot of people that would tune in to watch Mike Tyson knock out Jake Paul. It just didn't happen that way. But Mike said, even like in the post fight interview, he said, "Yeah, I want to do this again." Like, but and the thing is that you can't tell him when to stop, because just like how I said with Tom Brady numerous times, you got a guy, you got people out here that's doing it for the check, and then you got people that's doing it for the love of the sport. Mike Tyson loves punching people in the face. So if you give him a chance to punch somebody in the face, he's going to do it. I'm actually surprised that he hasn't done more exhibitions, since at least two, since the Roy Jones fight. Like, I know the fight last year was canceled. because of health problems, and they had to postpone it. But yeah, like watching like Mike working out, like getting he was in his element. Yeah, I guess the only thing that really sucks about this is the fact that this was an official boxing match. So that means that Mike Tyson's record does show him losing to Jake Paul. All right. So now I'm gonna talk about the rest of the card. And man, this was a fire card. I gotta say. So the first fight of the night was Neeraj Goyat versus Whindersson Nunes. He's from Brazil, so I know I butchered that name, but no. Goyat is from India. So Goyat defeated Nunes by unanimous decision. And yeah, there was no he dominated that fight. Like, yeah, he did phenomenal body work. Just kept working the body. As the fight went on, Nunes kept getting tired and tired and tired. But hey, props to Nunes. He hung in there. So, all right. Next up, it was Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos. Man, yeah. So he was defending his title. Um, these two dudes was going at it. They was going at it so much that the judges couldn't even decide who won the fight. So it ended in a split draw. So one judge ruled in favor of Barrios, one judge ruled in favor of Ramos, and then the other judge could just call a tie. So yeah, so it was a tie. And oh man, so all right, then next, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. So in the rematch, so when they fought a couple years ago, it was a very slim margin that Katie Taylor won by, and a lot of people thought that Amanda Serrano was robbed or that she could have possibly been robbed. So it was like, well, hey, we definitely going to do this again. So here we are 2 years later, tonight or last night rather. So all right, um, so yeah, round by round, these two ladies was going at it. Well, I shouldn't call them ladies. They what happened in the ring last night was not ladylike at all. Like they was fighting so hard. Like how in anime fights when like the protagonist is fighting the rival or whatever the case, and then they headbutt each other and like they start like wailing on each other. Like yeah, that's pretty much how the fight went. Yeah, like they, like because how Taylor fights, she comes in, she leans in with her head. So they kept butting heads, and I could tell it was incidental contact. And Serrano's coach was saying that she was fighting dirty because she does that all the time. So it's like I wouldn't necessarily say she's fighting dirty. I would say it might be bad coaching or whatever. But but yeah, yeah. So it got so bad to the point where the ref actually deducted a point from Katie Taylor. So yeah. So then once they did that, and like listen, whoever the cut man was in Serrano's corner, it was phenomenal. Like because I mean, when like right here under her eyebrow was busted down to the white meat, like skin hanging, literally. And then he managed to get that thing to stop bleeding on several occasions. Like they was talking about stopping the fight, and then he was like, "Nope, not on my watch." Like I think he just like grabbed like a glob of Vaseline and was like, "Oh man, no." But all jokes aside, so yeah, so Katie Taylor ended up defeating Amanda Serrano by unanimous decision, drawing question marks from everyone because they're like, wait a minute, did we see the same fight? Because those two ladies was boxing, they was going at it, but Taylor was actually catching more of the exchanges, so everybody's scorecard, the unofficial scorecard, the scorecard of the people at ringside. Well, yeah, it was like the unofficial scorecard, the commentator scorecard. There were several people. There were several people that get paid way more than I do that had Serrano winning this fight, and somehow Katie Taylor got edged the victory on a unanimous decision. So I was like, wait, so no judge? All the judges ruled 95, 94, 95, 94, 95. They were all 95, 94. So like like I don't know. But yeah, they I'm going to personally say I think Serrano was robbed because I saw like Taylor didn't go out like no punk, but Serrano was connecting a lot more, and they had the stats up and everything. So yeah, I don't know, but in any case, that was the main fight card for the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Uh, Damn, Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson. But in any case, put your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. How did you feel about the fight? How did you feel about Netflix's first live broadcast on for a professional fight? I think they got a lot of work to do considering connections. So yeah. But in any case, my name's Advance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on everything. I'm out.